We live. Uh, Saturday morning. Up. I feel much better than yesterday. I feel like I want to knock a bunch of these out. I feel productive. I feel like there's I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and then I can start. I want to again do want to do interviews and things like that. Interview black business owners, and then eventually come back and probably retell these stories or edit these stories with like stuff in between them, sound effects or something. Who knows? So Kobe did part four, same shirt, same pajamas. You can run it through, and this is just fate. I ain't. This is just fate. I ain't set it up like that. I just noticed it when I had to look back because I almost did. Kobe did volume three, and I'm speaking on it, and I'm like, yo, it feels like I told the story before. Kobe did part four. We left off. We went to the game on Valentine's Day. Her daddy was the third ticket that I didn't know. Get wasted off $15 beers. Get about 15 of them. I sucking titties in the back while her daddy driving allegedly. We get to the crib where she got to drop me off and just hops on top. Bada boom, bada bing. So months pass or so, and we wasn't even talking like that and stuff. We was just like chilling, text here and there. So I ain't gonna say I kind of knew she had a boyfriend. It was just man, shit was up. You really ain't worry about what you ain't have versus what you had. So I don't even know how much time went by. But she hits me up and says like yo, I gotta talk to you. Some serious. Blah 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 blah. When can we talk? When can we do this? And from what I remember, did she come in person or did she tell me? Honestly, I think she just like told me over the phone, like, yeah, I had a baby, and I thought it was my boyfriend's. So she so she had a boyfriend. And so even when we went to the Lakers game, I think she had a boyfriend at the time. But my nigga, she got me those for my birthday. We're going. Who are you? You're crazy. Who you think hang on to this game, boyfriend or not? What are you talking about? I don't know if she said the baby ate his or I think she just said like the baby's yours. As I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this could have been kind of prevented as I think about it now, but it was such a shocker. It blew me such crazy that I wasn't even thinking to that extent. And this is after um I've already had an alleged mismotion. Uh, damn, I might just tell that story today too to get out the way. But it feels like a bad guy Siri story. But so she might be. She already had the baby and everything. So this little baby right here, this 2 3 month old baby, to the 1 month to 6 months or something, baby couldn't walk. It could just crawl. Um, yo, this baby might be yours. And how we gonna do it? So I guess I tell my parents and stuff like, yo, I don't know if I ever said, I'm not gonna just say it name, yo, Plaza Blah said, that the baby she had is mine. We got to get a test. Which at the time I was a little broke nigga, so it was like, yo, I don't have money for this test. How are we gonna do this? She was like, yo, she'll pay for it. I don't know if she got the bread from her papa, if she just had the bread. She was a little spoiled, being the only girl and stuff. Blah blah blah. So so in between, I guess I don't know why this ain't happened quicker, but there was probably it felt like forever, but it was probably a month, maybe 6 weeks in between us being able to get the test from when she told me. So I don't want to say this, but now I'm thinking like maybe she just prolonged. She had a long schedule just to live this out. Because again, this ain't come up until she broke up with her boyfriend. It wasn't like a whole new type of vibe. It was like, oh, I don't want to say she was reaching, but anywho, um, so I'm scared as hell anyway. This kid might be mine. Tell my parents it's 6 weeks or something in between. So now we basically like all right, in my mind, I guess in my mom's mind and stuff like that was like, all right, instead of just not being in this kid's life for this 6 weeks and it being yours and you like dismiss your kid, just accept this kid, and if it ain't yours, then you can just say you had some random kid for the 6 weeks. So she was coming over all the time with the little nigga. Um, I don't know, Marty was talking most of the time, from what I remember. And then I was just sitting there with the little nigga, just watching play. I don't even think, like, at the time I was like, it was still just so up in the air. I don't remember me just like holding, like, oh yeah, just holding my baby. It was just like, a little nigga crawling around, like I'm around, like, what's up, my guy? So somehow during that time, I guess it was the summer or spring. My mom like, hey, let's go to the beach. And she said she's not talking to me, she's talking to her. She's like, hey, I want to go to the beach, or maybe Shorty invited my mom to the beach. I don't know how that beach trip happened, but they go to the beach together with the little nigga. So they make a whole weekend out of it, which was kind of wild. Like, yo, and this is my mother's first grandkid, so this is another factor that played into it. Like, all right, let me accept this kid. So they go to the beach and all that, have a blast. There's pictures from it. So I get to see and laugh at the pictures sometimes. Sometimes I get to see him. So, like, damn, this is wild. So, yeah, so she just coming over, we went to the beach and everything. And then finally, it was one time that she asked me to, can I watch the little nigga or something? I don't know where my mom was. It was just me, my homeboy on the weekend. The day after being completely wasted. Like, we were so hungover. She was like, I dropped the little nigga off. I'm like, yeah, but so she drops him off. And this is the first time me and him ever was just one on one by ourselves. And I'm hungover, still passed out, but I just got on. I had a high ass bed, which is a lesson. Spend a bunch of bread on your bed. All right. Spend a lot of bread on your bed. Get the best bed you can ever get in the world. Get that before you get a mad expensive car for no reason. It would be my lesson. But anywho, um, so we on my highest comfortable bed. And I just got him by the leg. He up, but still moving stuff. But I just can't move. Head spinning. Oh, but he moving, trying to fall off. I'm grabbing him, pulling him back. Oh, and then at one point, like, I kind of woke up just in the like, damn, I'm gonna have a kid. Blah, blah. Just reality hit, and we look at each other. We like, oh, we just look at each other, and he gives me the look like, you're not my father. Yo, you're not my dad. You don't do you feel and you do not feel a connection, do you? Yo, you don't feel anything, do you? And I'm feeling, I'm like, nah, buddy. It's like we talk through telekinesis or something. We telepathically was like, yo, we're not related. This is not Jones blood in you. You hear some other type of blood, respectfully. And at that time, right after that moment, I guess my head was still spinning and stuff. I brought him to the basement living room to my home. I was like, yo, watch this little nigga for a second, man. I can't. I'm going to pass out. He's going to fall off the bed. And my homeboy was up. So it was like that. And I was like, yo, man, this nigga ain't mine. It's like, this little nigga ain't mine. So, all right. Little nigga ain't mine. So now we get to the trip of getting the DNA test. We had to go to 15 minutes away from us, and we had to go to somebody's crib. I don't, again, I don't know how and why some of the things happened that they did. Like, yo, we went to somebody's crib who I guess was a clinical professional, a licensed type vibe, and it's kind of like it's fake in the fakish in the hood because it's kind of like a townhouses, but you be like, yo, there's mad black people live here too. Yo, this ain't the best. But it was like it was in the middle, and we go inside his crib, his little house. He had a record and books and stuff. I'm like, yo, this is wild. So swab my mouth, swab his mouth, yeah, 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 yeah. Easy money. So on the way back, now me and her get to have all these conversations of where we gonna be if it is, and how we gonna do this, and how this and that. And I remember it was storming. It was storming that on the way back, and it was dark by the time we got back. And we also bring up the fact like, oh, maybe I brought up the fact like, yo, let's um, let's change his name. Like, yo, if it's mine, I want to change his name. And the name at the time, I still kind of bang with this name. I was gonna change. Well, let me not say I. We were gonna change the little nigga's name to DeCool. DeCool Jones is fire still. DeCool, like you could do a D apostrophe CUL. You could just do it DECOOL or DACCOL. It was mad ways I thought about naming them, but I think we was go with the D apostrophe CUL. So you like, what is this? The cool baby. Like he was a little, even though he wasn't respectfully, he was. Shut up. I mean, he had coolness in him, but that's kind of was like the curse. I know a kid who got a real cool name, and he's not a cool name. His pops was just mad cool, and then he's like a nerdish kid with a cool fly name. It's silly now, but at the time, the cool was gonna be his name. And I remember this is the first time ever, probably the only time ever, we had to drive on the opposite end of the freeway, of the highway. On the way back in the rain, trees fell, and trees fell on the side of the freeway, and it was probably 30, no, it was probably like 10 to 15 cars that just stopped, didn't know what to do. And then I guess somebody somehow was like, we backed up and just went in a church parking lot on the other side, on the opposite side of the freeway. There was big trees. There's big trees in the middle, so you don't see both sides of the road. So the people on the other side couldn't even see that there was a tree down the night. And there was like 15 of us, and we was outside, and this was probably like an hour now that we just seeing if they're gonna have somebody come. But it was like, yo, we kind of still kind of rainish, and we're like, yo, we just gonna have to go on the opposite side of the road for like a mile or so and get past the trees and then come on the other side. Dangerous shit ever. I don't remember who was the first car that made this bold statement, but it was like, yo, turn your high beams on, turn your flashes on, like make beat horns and everything when you taking curves and all, because this is silly as heck. So that's what we did. We made it back, and the test results probably took 2 weeks or so. And at the time, I was working downtown, and my homeboy's crib was probably like 5 minutes away. So I would go to his house sometimes during my lunch and just chill and kick it. And I remember this day, I was just so over everything and just so over, like, man, what a relationship? What are we almost to have a baby mama and have a kid? Blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, man, I'm going to court. This is all silly now, and I'm thinking about it, like, yo, there's no way this was gonna happen. But I was like, yo, I'm going to court and get custody of this kid, man. I'm not gonna have to. She gonna have to be just the baby mama, and I'm getting custody of this kid, raise it like it's like it's my own, and blah 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 blah. I'm going to court. I'm gonna get custody. That's what I left his house thinking, like, yo, man, I'm not doing all this, man. This song whack. I'm like mentally draining. I was completely over everything. As soon as I park my car going back to work, as soon she calls, and the first, yo, hello, and the first thing is she say, did you see the test results? What? What do you mean? What do you mean? Wow, what happened? Blah, 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 blah. She's like, did you see him? Did you get him? I'm like, how'd you even get him or something? I think she said it's email. Yeah, it had to be an email. Yeah, I'm lying. It was paper because I think I still may have the paper. So it might have been email, and she might have logged in and checked, but it was paper too. And she said, no, it was just still walking into work, and I was on the escalator. And she said, it's not yours, and my like knees buckle, and I was just like, oh my gosh, damn, it's crazy. And as I'm like already like shaking, I'm like, oh man, all right, it's not mine. Okay, okay, okay. She like, I think it's wrong though, man. I think we should go get another test. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What? Another test? Um, but we never got another test. Um, and and even after all of that, I had to knock that joint down one more time. I had to. It was just a wild drunken night. He came with one of my homeboys' cribs that did have it. So I'm thinking about it, yo, there was no furniture in that living room. My homeboys got a crib together at one point, townhouse. And I'm on the living room floor. It just was like, yo, come through on the sneaky late. She came through, and as I was knocking it down, I'm thinking like, yo, what if this is the kid one? Like, what if she get pregnant all this time? What if she get pregnant? Because after that, I was like, yo, I'm not putting a condom on her again. But so, uh, I was nervous for about 2-3 weeks after I knocked that joint down that last time. But now it's all fine. Oh, come to find out, the baby father was her boyfriend. The boyfriend, the kid looked like that nigga. The kid act like that nigga. The kid is way dark skinned than me and that nigga. Like, yo, it was the DNA the DNA test results came back. Congrats, ex boyfriend. Tawale. Um, you always said you wasn't ready for no man, but I wasn't having that. I gave you everything I had. Oh, uh, uh, mixtape about nothing. That second verse on I don't even know what the song is called right now, Friends or something, but it was almost the most identical verse that occurred. Yeah, and the last line is the DNA results came back. Congrats, ex boyfriend. That was exactly what happened. They eventually I guess broke up and stuff. Now she's happily married, got more kids. Oh, that's hilarious. But so that's Kobe did. There's a part 4. I'm just gonna add to Kobe did of if you remember in Kobe did 1, I saw her roommate one of four roommates for like 5 seconds. If we go get to what that 5 seconds intertwined and came with, this might be Kobe did bad guy series because I should have never knocked it down, but I will discuss how I have it and what's happening. Over and out.